araw po sa lahat. Kami po ang Group 7 and ang re-report po namin ay about sa IAS 16 which is Property, Plant, and Equipment. So, of technical knowledge, to know the definition of property, plant, and equipment, to understand the measurement of property, plant, and equipment, to know the recognition of property, plant, and equipment, to identify the methods of depreciating property, plant, and equipment. So, property, plant, and equipment are tangible items that are held for use in the production, supply of goods or services, for rental to others, or for administrative purposes, and are expected to be used during more than one period. So, para po mas maintindihan natin ang PPE, meron po tayo ditong illustration. Pag sinabing property, plant, and equipment, it is tangible asset. It means it has physical features. It can be seen with the naked eye. And it is expected to be used for more than 1 year. So, nag-acquire tayo ng PPE para magamit natin siya ng pangmatagalan. And for the purpose, held for use in the production or supply of goods and services. So, ginagamit natin ang PPE natin para tayo ay makapag-produce ng mga product natin. And ginagamit siya sa factory, mga machineries natin, sa production natin. And ginagamit din natin yung PPE for administrative purposes. So, or non-operational operation. Yun yung part siya ng company natin, i-consider natin siyang PPE, pero hindi siya kasama sa operational department. Or, halimbawa, sa accounting department natin, nandun yung mga computers natin, yung mga ganyan minimal na ginagamit ng company, pero hindi siya part ng sa production para makaproduce ng goods. And another is rental for others. So, mga pinagre-rentahan natin sa labas ay kino-consider siya as PPE, pero may exception. Ito yung land or building. Kasi sinasabi na kapag minarentahan natin yung land or building kahit tayo ang may-ari, hindi siya i-consider as PPE. Kino-consider siya sa investment. Hindi na siya part ng IAS 16 kundi nasa IAS 40 na siya. So next, presentation in statement of financial position. Assets subject to depreciation, buildings, land improvements, equipment, furnitures and fixtures, and vehicles. Assets subject to depletion, ang timber trads, mineral deposits. Assets not subject to depreciation or depletion, our land. Tayo sa recognition of property, plant, and equipment. An item of property, plant, and equipment shall be recognized as an asset when it is probable that future economic benefits associated with the asset will flow to the entity. So, kapag may future economic benefits, kasi nga expected natin na magagamit natin siya ng 1 year, so it is PPE if there's a future benefits para sa ating entity. And the cost of the asset can be measured reliably. So, makikita natin, mame-measure natin talaga kung ano yung cost ng isang PPE. And then, measurement at recognition. An item of property, plant, and equipment must recognize by cost. What is cost? Cost is the amount of cash or cash equivalent paid and fair value of the other consideration given to acquire an asset at the time of acquisition or construction cost. Ito yung price or yung tinitingnan nating halaga ng isang bagay. At meron po tayong elements of cost. Purchase price, directly contributable cost, and estimated of dismantling. Sa purchase price, may inclusions. Isinasama natin dito yung mga import duties. Ang import duties, yung mga taxes na binabayaran natin kapag nagpo-purchase tayo sa ibang bansa. And yung non-refundable purchase taxes. Ang example dito yung mga VAT na binabayaran natin. And sa exclusion, kasali dito ang trade discounts and cash discounts whether taken or not. Sa directly attributable cost, first, may anim tayo dito. First, ang employee benefit arising from construction or acquisition. Halimbawa nito yung 13-month pay. Benefit siya ng isang employee. I-consider mo siya as PPE if meron tayong construction habang na-acquire niya yung 13-month, ang benefit na yon. Hindi siya i-consider as salaries expense, kundi siya ay nasa PPE. I-record natin siya sa property, plant, and equipment. Pangalawa, yung cost of site preparation. Pangatlo, initial delivery and handling out. Diba, meron tayong freight charges. I-consider natin siya as PPE kasi ginagamit naman natin to para ma-deliver ang PPE or para mag-acquire tayo ng PPE. Installation and assembly cost. Halimbawa, nag-acquire tayo ng PPE and kailangan pang i-install sa company natin or kailangan pang i-assemble yung PPE na ating in-acquire. So, yung cost doon, sa property and plant equipment din natin yun isasali. And professional fee, halimbawa, may construction nga na tayo, di ba? Then, kailangan natin ng architect, engineers. So, yung pagiging professional nila, kailangan natin itong bayaran. Doon sa, i-recognize natin siya sa PPE. And sa testing cost, syempre, kailangan tingnan natin kung gumagana ba yung mga in-acquire nating machinery. Kailangan ma-test kung gumagana para malaman natin kung successful ba o kung pwede siya para sa production natin. Sa estimated cost of dismantling, initial estimate of the cost dismantling and removing the item and restoring the site on which it is located, for which an entity has a present obligation. So, usually kapag nagkakaroon, nag-e-end na yung life ng isang property, plant, and equipment natin, ng isang bagay, kailangan nang tanggalin. It has to be dismantled. And its future cost, sa PPE, i-recognize natin as PPE. Kasi we have present obligation. Then, so we need to recognize it as a property, plant, and equipment. Kailangan natin i-recognize ang asset and liability. Then, because it is future cost, kailangan estimated yung value ng PPE. And usually, ang ginagamit dyan ay ang ating present value ng isang bagay. And cost means, makukuha natin ang cost, net purchase cost plus directly attributable cost, add cost of dismantling and removing. So, pag estimated cost of dismantling, i-add lang natin yung yung sinasabi nating kaninang diniscuss na directly attributable cost at yung cost of dismantling and removing. Meron naman tayong mga cost na hindi kina-qualify as a PPE. Cost not qualifying for recognition as PPE. First, cost of opening a new facility. So, kapag mag-open tayo ng new building, this is not part of PPE. Cost of introducing new product or services. So, pag naman tayo nag-i-introduce ng panibagong product o service natin, mostly ang gumagawa dyan ay para sa marketing na. And cost of conducting business in a new location or with a new class of customer, including cost of staff training. So, it's all about employee or for the customer na. So, hindi siya part ng PPE. Administration and other general overhead cost incurred while an item capable of operating in the manner intended has yet to be brought into use or is operated at less than full capacity. initial operating loss, and lastly, cost of relocating or reorganizing part or all of an entity's operation. So kapag may mga pagbabago nagaganap sa entity's operation, so hindi din siya part ng ating PPE. Meron tayo ang measurement of the recognition. Meron tayong dalawang model, cost model and revaluation model. Pag cost model, the property, plant, and equipment are carried at cost less than any accumulated depreciation and any accumulated impairment loss. So pag cost model, kung anong yung kinicarry niyang cost, ima-minus or ilaless lang natin ang accumulated at ang accumulated depreciation and accumulated impairment loss ng isang bagay. Sa revaluation model, with the word revaluation, the property, plant, and equipment are carried at revalued. Yung bagong value ng ating isang property, plant, and equipment, yun yung kanyang i-record. And sa modes of acquisition naman po tayo. Sa modes of acquisition, cash basis. Una, cash basis. The cost of an item, property, plant, and equipment is the cash price equivalent at the recognition date. Purchase price, ipa-plus natin yung directly distributable cost. Yung sa cash basis, kasali yung purchase price. Yung kung ano yung price nung anong pinurchase natin yung ating PPE, and yung directly distributable cost, yung 6 na binanggit kanina, kasali yon sa pagko-compute. And may example dito, nag-acquire daw ang high-speed company ng isang machine ng for 1,200,000 cash, and nag-incur daw ng non-refundable purchase taxes which is 200,000. Nag-incur din daw ang company ng 20,000 for transportation and handling and 60,000 for site preparation. So sa requirement 1, kailangan natin ng journal entries. And nung in-acquire nila yung machine, meron siyang price na 1,200,000 cash. Kasama sa purchase price yung non-refundable taxes. So isasama din natin yung 200,000. So it means na ang machine nung nag-purchase nila is 1,400,000. For the journal entry, debit machine 1,400,000, credit cash 1,400,000 to record the acquisition of the machine. And para malaman naman din natin yung directly attributable cost, sinasabi na kasama yung directly attributable cost yung 6. The 20,000 for transportation and handling, 60,000 for site preparation with a total of 80,000. Debit machine 80,000, credit cash 80,000 to record the directly attributable cost. So para makuha natin yung total cost of the machine, ipa-plus natin yung purchase price which is 1,400,000 and yung directly attributable cost 80,000 with a total of 1,480,000. Dito naman tayo sa acquisition on account. When an asset is acquired on account subject to a cash discount, the cost of the asset is equal to the net invoice price. Add directly attributable cost equals to the total cost of the asset. So, dito sa acquisition account, para din lang siyang cash basis, kaso the net invoice price should be less any cash discount whether taken or not. And it should be distinguished if that cash discount is for prompt payment or depreciating it from trade discount which is outright, it is not recorded. Cash discount for early payment, avail or not, it is not included to the cost of PPE. Like this illustration, ABC company nag-purchase ng machine with a contract price 500,000 in terms of 3/10 and over 30. Whether or not payment is made within the discount period, the machinery is recorded at net of the 3% cash discount. Thus, at the time of purchase, the journal entry is debit machinery for 185,000, accounts payable 485,000. So kahit dito yung net invoice niya nilas na yung cash discount kasi hindi the cash discount is not included to the cost of PPE. Nandito naman tayo sa acquisition on installment basis. Di ba, kapag may gusto tayong bilhin or pag bumili ang isang entity ng isang machine and hindi kaya na ang budget, pag gusto, halimbawa, tayo, gusto natin bumili ng motor and hindi naman natin kayang i-budget. So, ang tendency, a-apply tayo sa home credit or magkakaroon tayo ng bank loan. And yung mangyayari dito, yung one-time payment, nadi-divide siya sa multiple payment. So, iniisip din natin, makititignan natin kung mabibili ba natin siya sa through cash. And if there is a cash price equivalent, meron tayo doong interest. And makukuha natin yung interest natin, installment price, ilalas na lang natin yung cash price equivalent, and makukuha natin yung interest or discount. Mas malaki yung babayaran natin kapag installment basis tayo. And sa pagre-record dito sa installment basis, dapat lagi tayong nakabase sa cash price equivalent kung given. And dito, may example tayo. Yung high-speed company, nag-acquire din ulit sila ng machine, no? Worth of 1,200,000 on installment. Yan. Ang price nung machine ay naging 1,200,000 ng installment. Then, may down payment na 300,000 and nagkaroon ng 900,000 notes payable, 3 taong babayaran. The company also incurred 20,000 for transportation handling and 60,000 for site preparation, installation, and testing. And doon sa date of acquisition, binigay dito yung cash price equivalent ng machine na 1,050,000. So, dito makikita natin sa susunod na slide yung paano natin ni-record sa journal entry ang machine, ang acquisition of machine. Yung machine, 1,050,000. Yun yung cash price equivalent. And discount on notes payable. Yan, kung magkano ba yung itinaas, which is 150,000. Yung cash na down payment natin, i-credit natin na 300,000 and i-credit natin yung notes payable na 900,000. And for the directly attributable cost naman, yung machine, 80,000, yung i-credit natin yung cash na 80,000 to record the directly attributable cost. So, sa pagbabayad nito, meron tayong notes payable na 900,000. Sa pagbabayad nito, o kapag compute natin, hindi natin siya hatiin na straight na divided by 3. We have, gagamitin rin yung outstanding balance method na sinasabi. Yan, makikita naman natin sa PowerPoint. And may ginamit na fraction siya, 9/18, 6/18, and 3/18. Ita-times natin siya sa discount na 150,000 para makuha natin yung interest or amortization natin. And dito sa susunod, pag-journal entry naman, nung nagbayad na, ng unang taon, i-debit na natin yung notes payable. Ang notes payable natin ng sa first year natin, ang nabayaran natin is 300,000. And then, i-credit natin yung 300,000. And yung interest expense natin is 75,000. Ang discount on notes payable, i-credit 75,000. Ang 75,000 ay makikita natin dun sa interest amortization. Makikita naman natin dito na 300 lang din talaga yung i-record natin by year. Pero makikita natin dito yung discount natin na may 75,000 tayo ng first year, ng pangalawang taon 50,000 na, tapos nung interest expense 25,000, and nung third year, pangatlong taon natin pagbabayad 25,000, the total of 150,000. So, sa installment basis, nakuha nila na tumaas yung binayaran nila ng 150,000. Dito naman sa acquisition on issuance of share capital, Philippine GAAP provides that if shares are issued for consideration other than actual cash, the proceeds shall be measured by fair value of the consideration. So, sa issuance of share capital, in papers, one of the more attractive deal is issuance in share capital because you are not paying out resources. Magkakaroon ka ng additional asset pero wala kang cash na ibinibigay. Ang meron lang is magde-debit ka na sa PPE and credit to ordinary shares kasi ang ibibigay nating consideration is the stock. And may rule dito sa mode of acquisition sa issuance of share capital. The purchase prices of the asset acquired is equal to in order of priority. Number 1, fair value of the property received. Number 2, fair value of the share capital issued. Number 3, par value of the share issued. So, dito sa issuance of share capital, sa pag-compute, no, kailangan ang gagamitin mo yung fair value of the property received. Yun lang. But, kung wala yung fair value of property received, saka mo palang gagamitin yung pangalawa, which is fair value of the share capital issued. Pero kung wala yung una at yung pangalawa, yung pangatlo, which is par value of the share issue. Pero kung nandun lahat, ang gagamitin mo pa rin is yung number 1, yung fair value of the property received. So, parang sinasabi na yung 2 and 3 is option lang kapag wala yung number 1. Kapag wala yung 1, pwede 2. Pag wala yung 1 and 2, 3 lang ang gagamitin mo. And dito, example, high-speed company nag-require ng machine. Ang fair value is 1,200,000. And acquisition through issuance, meron siyang ordinary shares na 100,000. Fair value 15,000 per share and par value of 10,000 per share. The company also incurred 20,000 for transportation and handling, 60,000 for site preparation, installation and testing. So dito sa requirement, hinihingi yung journal entry para sa fair value of the machine, fair value of the shares, and par value of the shares. So lahat nandun. And ipapakita ko sa inyo yung una, yung fair value of the machine, paano nakuha. And machine, 1,200,000 yung fair value. Ide-debit natin. And ordinary share capital, to we issued shares, we credit ordinary share. But to the extent of its par value, which is 10 pesos. So, ordinary shares, 100,000 times 10 pesos equals 1 million. And yung remaining na 200,000, we credit share premium ordinary shares. And for the attributable cost, machine to 80,000, which is yung transportation handling, 20,000. And yung site preparation, installation, and testing is 60,000, 80,000, debit, credit, cash 80,000. So, ang fair value of the machine, 1,200,000. I-add mo yung 80,000. Ang total cost ng machine by its fair value is 1,280,000. And doon naman sa requirement 2 para sa fair value of the share capital issued. So, capital issued is with fair value of 15,000. So, ordinary share, i-debit natin ang machine, ordinary share, 100,000 times 15,000. 15 pesos is 1,500,000. Ordinary share, i-credit is 1 million. Ang share premium, 500,000. And isasali natin yung attributable cost na 80,000. Ang total cost ng machine kapag ang ginamit natin yung fair value ng shared capital issued is 1,580,000. And lastly, kapag wala na talaga yung una, yung par value. Pang par value niya, yung 1 million pesos. And ordinary share capital, yung ordinary share, 100,000, itatimes natin sa par value, 10,000, 1 million, sorry guys. And then, sa machine, yung 80,000. Ipagpa-plus natin yung par value, 1 million, directly attributable cost, 80,000. The total cost of the machine by the par value of the shared issued is 1,080,000 pesos. Dito naman tayo sa acquisition on issuance of bonds. According to PFRS 9 paragraph 5.1.1 provides that asset acquired by issuing bonds payable is measured in the following order. Number 1, fair value of bonds payable. Number 2, fair value of asset received. 3, face amount of bonds payable. So, ang alam naman natin pag bonds is long-term liability. And katulad din to ng issuance of share capital in order priority din na kapag wala yung 1, yung 2 naman. Kapag wala yung 1 and 2, yung 3. Kapag wala, kapag nandun naman lahat, ang susunod lang natin talaga yung number 1, which is the fair value of bonds payable. And dito sa makikita natin sa susunod ng mga slide, dalawang slide na example na given yung fair value of the bonds, pinakita kung paano i-entry sa journal yung acquisition ng machine, sa fair value ng bonds, fair value ng machine, at saka fair value of the bonds. So sa number 1, fair value of the bonds, sabi dito, high-speed company acquired machine. The fair value of the machine is 1,200,000. The acquisition is through issuance of 1,000 bonds with fair value of 850,000 in face par value of 1 million. The company also incurred 20,000 of transportation and handling, 60,000 for site preparation, installation, and testing. Doon tayo sa requirement fund, journal entry sa fair value of the bonds. So, ang fair value of the bonds is 850,000. I-debit natin yung machine. And then, bonds payable, i-credit natin yung face value niya, 1 million. And so, it means magkakaroon siya ng discount on bonds payable, which is 150,000. I-debit din natin siya. And then, the machine, para sa directly attributable cost, 80,000. Ang cash ay i-credit natin ng 80,000. So, total cost ng machine is 930,000 according to the fair value of the bonds payable. So, dito naman sa requirements 2 and requirement 3, dito na lang din naman natin yung fair value naman ng machine na 1,200,000. And so, magkakaroon tayo ng premium of bonds payable na 200,000. I-credit natin yon. And then, dun naman sa requirement number 3, sa face value of the bonds, kita naman natin na 1 million. So, debit ang natin machine, 1 million. Ang bonds payable, i-credit na 1 million. So, para makuha natin yung total, lagi naman natin i-add yung directly attributable cost. So, itagi natin tandaan na kapag sa bonds, ibig sabihin, pag nag-issue ka sa bonds, ibig sabihin nangungutang, no? And, and it is a long-term liability nga, pag sinabi nating bonds. For the acquisition and exchange, according to PAS 16, paragraph 24, provides that the cost of an item, property, plant, and equipment in exchange for non-monetary asset or combination of monetary and non-monetary asset is measured at fair value plus any cash payment. So, instead of buying an asset, we instead trade it for an old one that we already have. And sometimes sa exchange na to, mayroong cash involved. It is recognized at carrying amount if the exchange transaction lack commercial substance. So, i-recognize natin sa pag-exchange, pag nag-acquire tayo through exchange, i-recognize natin siya sa carrying amount niya kung wala siyang commercial substance. So, yung sinasabi natin commercial substance is when expected cash flow or fair value from the new asset received differently significantly from the old asset transferred. So, kapag may commercial substance ang isang bagay, kapag yung expected na fair value na ay merong differences doon sa bagong natanggap nating asset. If exchange has commercial substance, a gain or loss may be recognized. So, kapag nga may commercial substance ka, pwede kang makatanggap din ng gain. Pwede kang makagain or mag-loss kasi there's a difference sa new asset saka sa old asset. Pwede mas mababa yung natanggap mong asset kaysa sa binigay mong asset or pwede namang mas mataas naman doon sa presyo na binigay mong asset sa natanggap mo. And there's no, kapag naman walang commercial substance, wala na naman ng gain or loss na mare-recognize. If no cash payment is involved, ito ay ordered priority din. So, alam naman natin ang ordered priority. Pag kung ano yung nasa una, yun ang susundin, yun ang gagamitin. Kung wala yung una, yung pangalawa. Kung wala yung una at pangalawa, yung pangatlo. And dito sa acquisition ng exchange, kapag walang cash payment, number 1, fair value of the old asset received. Kung ano yung fair value ng old asset ang gagamitin mo pag sa-recognize mo. And sa pangalawa, kapag wala yung fair value ng old asset, yung new asset, yung fair value ng new asset yung gagamitin mo. And kapag wala yung dalawang yun, yung carrying amount na lang ng old asset yung gagamitin mo. And if there is a cash payment, it's involved, number 1, fair value of the old asset plus cash payment. So, parang ikaw, payer of cash, ikaw yung nagbigay ng asset, tapos nagbigay ka rin ng cash, na parang kulang. Yung parang, there's a differences na. So, parang nagkaroon na ng commercial substance dito. And then, dun sa pangalawa, fair value of the old asset less cash payment, recipient of cash. Ikaw naman yung nakatanggap ng cash and ng panibagong asset. And dito naman tayo sa acquisition on construction. The cost of self-constructed property, plant, and equipment includes direct cost of materials, direct cost of labor, indirect costs, and incremental overhead specifically identifiable or traceable to the consideration. PAS 16 paragraph 22 provides that the cost of abnormal amount of wasted material, labor, or overhead incurred in the production of constructed asset is not included in the cost of the asset. Ito na yung last na acquisition, yung construction. And sa halip na bumili ng asset, ng property, plant, and equipment, pwede na lang mag-self-constructed, gumawa ng sariling property, plant, and equipment. And yung tatlong nga nabanggit ko kanina, ay yun yung included sa cost ng construction na gagawin. And ang sabi dito, yung mga cost of abnormal amount ng mga wasted materials, yung mga na-waste na materials, yung mga labor or overhead na na-incurred para makapag-produce ng asset is not included in the cost of the asset.